Hello, guys, and welcome back to the FPL Duo. We're back for another deadline stream on a Saturday morning. How is everyone doing? We hope everyone's having a good start to the week. How you doing, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. It's the weekend. Hopefully, everyone's having a nice morning or afternoon wherever you are. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy this deadline stream. It should be full of lots of queries, lots of questions, and yeah, there's a lot of talking points, especially around Son, who may or not be ready to play against Newcastle at home. But yeah, we're here to talk about obviously the last hour before the deadline to game week 16 ends.
We've got George as well in the chat. Yes, boys, good to see you lot. Yeah, good to see you too, George, as always. I'm speaking about Son. Son's been pictured in training, so
Oh,
it looks like he's fine, which is I'm pretty happy about. But yeah, I saw that he's been pictured running
that's
around
good.
like normal, which maybe isn't a surprise because Son is one of those players like Saka who are always injured but always ends up somehow playing.
Yeah, I think both are also heavily reliant on making sure
Oh yeah,
they keep playing.
they're
Otherwise, they're a
both
big
like
miss.
they're both very important, aren't they? Saka, Son
Yeah,
to their teams.
yeah, because there's not really anyone to back up if there's a Saka or a Son missing from obviously Spurs or Arsenal.
Mm, yeah, definitely. Um, but yeah, deadline stream. Obviously, I've already done my moves, guys. So I did do Gordon in for Burmo, and I'm happy I did it early because I missed. Sorry, I missed. I caught the price rise. So Gordon did go up to 6.1 million. And I knew I wanted Gordon in my team. So why would I wait a day to pay a bit more? So I thought, let me get him in early. And yeah, I'm happy I went with Gordon. And yeah, that's my transfer confirmed. And the only decision I really have to make is do I play Saliba or Gabriel? Or do I play, do I play a double Arsenal? If not, then do I play Gabriel or Saliba? Which one do I play? I've gone with Gabriel. Would you prefer to play Gabriel over Saliba, by the way, or would you go Saliba bench?
I'll probably play Gabriel over Saliba.
Mhm.
There's a slight chance that maybe Gabriel can get a attacking threat goal on corners. He's dangerous on set pieces, so yeah, I'll probably go Gabriel just that inch ahead.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's why I'm playing Gabriel, just in case he's got maybe a tiny bit better of an attacking threat. So yeah, that's what my team looks like, obviously. So I'll just read it out for the viewers. So in goal, I have Areola, who's flagged. But as you can see, I've got Dubravka on the bench. Dubravka's got Tottenham and Areola's got Fulham. So I'm gonna play Areola and hopefully he's fine after that minor wrist injury he had. We're looking at a back three of Livramento, Gabriel, and Simicas. Midfield five, Gordon, Son, Palmer, Saka, and Salah. Then up top, we have Watkins and Haaland captain. On the bench is Dubravka, Saliba, Taylor, Archer. Jordan, if we could read your team out as well on your lineup and what you're playing.
Yeah, so we've got Leno in goal, who has Leno. Back three of Simicas, Branthwaite, and Trippier. Midfield for Salah, Matoma, Saka, and Hwang. And the front three of Wissa, Alvarez, and Haaland. And on the bench, we've got Areola, Taylor, Luca Dean, and Imbermo. And yeah, I've decided to play Branthwaite. A little minor change. I did have Taylor initially in the back three, but after that team selection and Huss's obviously switch of the player, I've gone with Branthwaite instead, who has Chelsea at home. Maybe there is a clean sheet in there for Branthwaite again.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I said you could consider playing Branthwaite because he has actually got a few nice hauls in recent weeks. He got like a couple of 9 pointers, a 6 pointer. He's done quite well, and Everton obviously are improved massively at home. So I wouldn't be against it. If I had Branthwaite, I probably would maybe play him. So yeah, I'm just
It
trying to check
become
some.
a cheap, nice option to go for in defence, especially when clean sheets are very hard to come by at the
Mm,
moment.
yeah, for sure. Um, but yeah, like what other really talking points was there? Because there was Son, he was flagged, but as I mentioned earlier, Son seems to be fine. Um,
Yeah, I mean, there was talks of Pickford, because I heard he had to. Well, he's going to be assessed ahead of obviously the match against Chelsea, but yeah, he is flagged as well for those who own Pickford still.
Mm.
That could be a worry. It could be not.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But
But
I
yeah,
think,
sorry.
but as long as you've got a backup goalkeeper like Areola, you should be fine.
Mm. Yeah, for sure. Obviously, coming onto your transfer plans as well. I mean, are you still rolling of the mindset of that you're not going to do a move this week?
Oh, it's definitely rolling because I don't know what damage this game week is going to bring in terms of injuries. So I think rolling is the best thing for me at the moment, especially when I have no issues in my team, in my starting 11. Luckily, I think a lot of people do, fortunately, have some minor tweaks and some headaches to fix. But yeah, I think for me, I'm pretty fortunate to have no issues whatsoever. So yeah, I'm still sticking with rolling the transfer over.
Brilliant. And we've got a Mark comment here. Hi, Porro or Colwell for Gurhey. We'll bring in the other next week. Who would you prefer this week? Because obviously Porro has Newcastle and Colwell has Everton. Sorry, Colwell has Everton, yeah.
I'd probably prefer Porro. And I'm thinking of the attacking sense of that because you've seen how Newcastle play away. They conceded 3 against Everton, and that just shows they've only won one away game so far this season. So their away form is pretty bad. So I'll probably give Porro just a slight advantage over Cole, even though Cole has nice fixtures. I still think Everton at home for them is pretty tough ground to be on. So I'll probably edge out Porro.
Yeah, I'd go with Porro as well, just because of that attacking threat. You know, I know Colwell did score the other day, but Porro more likely to get you an assist. I think Porro does have 3 assists in his last 5 matches. And obviously that attacking threat is something I'd be prioritizing rather than a centre back that may not get you as many attacking returns. So yeah, I think Porro is an easy one at the moment. And I'm not even sure of an Everton. Sorry, I'm not even sure about a Chelsea clean sheet against Everton, I should say. I could see Everton scoring.
Yeah, definitely. I can probably see a clean sheet for Everton, if not, obviously Chelsea getting one.
Yeah, yeah. And in terms of fixtures this week, there is quite a decent amount of fixtures as well. I'm just going to share my screen with you. I'm going to change the screen over. In terms of fixtures, then, like, obviously we'll come on to predictions, so I don't want you to score predictions yet. What fixture stands out to you that you think could be good for FPL this game week?
I think the Luton one definitely stands out against Man City. I think that's going to be an interesting game to watch, especially Luton at home again. And we saw what they did against Arsenal, and they could have potentially beaten them. So this will be quite a shock to see how this goes for Man City. I do expect Man City to win though still, but yeah, it should be an interesting game to watch. Those who have captained obviously Haaland this week and going for other differentials maybe for Man City assets, but yeah, that one sticks out. Even the Brighton and Burnley one again, that sticks out as well because I keep an eye on Pascal Gross in that fixture as well. He seems to have grown a bit of form in the past 2 game weeks and come up with a big haul of 12 points.
Yeah, Pascal Gross is obviously an interesting pick that we mentioned. You mentioned Pascal Gross.
Yeah, I like him as a differential this week, Pascal Gross. 2.5% ownership, I think I saw him at yesterday. And that Burnley fixture, I think, yeah, that's a nice one. If you don't want to go for like a Matoma, who's like a common pick with high
What's
ownership.
the fixtures like for Brighton, like longer term?
They're not too bad, the fixtures. I mean, they've only got one red fixture till literally game week 29. So apart from that Arsenal away one in game week 17, they've got nice green fixtures, playing relatively decent teams where you can see goals in. Burnley at home next. Obviously, Crystal Palace away in 18, Spurs home in 19, West Ham away in 20, Wolves at home in 21, and Luton and 22. So the fixtures are pretty nice, I think, for Brighton. And there's you can see a couple of goals here and there for them. Don't see any clean sheets though. They haven't managed to keep many.
Yeah, Brighton's defense is a bit dodgy as well, isn't it?
It really is. I think still they haven't
clean
kept
sheet.
no clean sheet still for them. So they've conceded every game up until this point.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a Brighton clean sheet. We've got a comment here from SJ. Hi all. Hi SJ. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, guys, if you are tuning in, do hit that like button as you are coming into the stream. Really helps support the channel. And please also consider subscribing if you're new around here. Just switching it back over my team. So again, I'm not worried about Son anymore. I think he's going to play. Will Areola start tomorrow? It's no one really knows, to be honest. I've not seen any leaks or anything to suggest that he will start, but hopefully you've got a backup goalkeeper, SJ. If you do, then you're fine. If not, I wouldn't mind doing Dubravka in. If you need a goalkeeper, I still like Dubravka, if I'm being honest. I think Dubravka going forward at his price is now 4 million, I think. Still think is a good pick. So if you can bring Dubravka in, I still do like that move going forward. Because yeah, on the subject of Dubravka, obviously he's on my bench this game week. Dubravka was on 3 bonus points before Newcastle conceded, which is again was good to see. There's normally, that bonus points normally goes to Trippier, so it was nice to see Dubravka getting all 3. But yeah, other discussions in regards to goalkeeper. Do you think it's worth a -4 bringing in a goalkeeper? I'm having Areola and Turner. Like, I normally wouldn't suggest taking a -4. And Patrick actually with a comment, I wouldn't take a hit for a goalkeeper. I normally wouldn't as well. But if you've got 10 playing players, which would be the case if Areola is injured, I actually would do the -4 to have a playing goalkeeper, if I'm being honest. So I would rather have a playing goalkeeper. No, I wouldn't want to play with 10. So if you're in a situation where you've got Areola and Turner, you're not sure about Areola starting, then I probably would still do the -4, even though we do normally stress do not take -4s for goalkeepers. So it's up to you, SJ. But personally, I'd like to have 11 playing on the pitch. Jordan, obviously, the comment for you, question for you. I'll let you have this one. What's your thoughts on Wolves?
Well, I think they're still a good team. In absence of Neto, there has been some players that have grown into their position, such as Hwang. I mean, he's had 9 goals so far this season. I think he's still underlooked. Because if I check his ownership now, has spiked a little bit. Because I bought him when he was about 8% owned. Now he's about 11.8% now owned. So a lot of people have bought him in this week from his 10-point haul against Burnley where he scored. But I think in terms of Wolves, they may not win every game, but they do score a couple in each and every game, which I quite like. And because of Neto being absent, that does provide Hwang with being more of the attacking threat in there. Obviously, Wolves attack, because he does play 90 minutes pretty much, Hwang, every game. And he's pretty cheap, 5.7 million. And I've liked the look of him in every game, like I did in that Burnley one. I thought he was pretty good. And yeah, I mean, Hwang is one of them. I think Cunha as well could be a decent forward pick to go for if you're looking to go different. But I do like the like of Wolves. I wouldn't be against having maybe 2 Wolves, Cunha and Hwang, for the available fixtures.
Ooh, 2 double attack.
I mean, it could work because he did get an assist from Hwang goal, so they
What's
do.
the fixtures like? Well. What's the fixtures for for Wolves? Forest decent. West Ham's not too bad. Chelsea after that. Brentford. Everton's quite trickier now, but it's still fine. Obviously, we know the one thing with Hwang and obviously players like Son as well, they will be going to the Asia Cup. Obviously, you have to represent the country in the Asia Cup in game week 21, I believe. So, one to watch on Hwang and Son. Obviously, they will be going to the Asia Cup along with Salah going to AFCON as well. So, I guess we'll deal with that later on. But yeah, I think Hwang is still a good pick for the next couple of games, differential as well, as you mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, his history so far against, he scored 9 goals this season, but it's interesting who he's obviously scored that against, because it's been against big teams, some of them, like Newcastle, Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal. So I don't think whatever fixture Hwang may have, it's still, I think, because if we go on the form part of it instead of the fixtures, I still think any one of those fixtures up until obviously before he goes to the Asia Cup are really good for Hwang. So I would be getting him in ASAP. Obviously, before I miss the window on these points before he goes to the Asian Cup.
Yeah, obviously with Mbermo being injured, you know, he could be a decent move to go to Hwang. Obviously, I went Gordon, but I think Hwang is also a good pick.
Yes, especially for this week, because Nottingham Forest come off a 5-0 loss, and they've been struggling the last 2 game weeks. So I think that's another good fixture for Hwang to get another goal in or 2.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm just seeing any more comments coming through. If you do have any questions, guys, do let us know. Jordan, also, I've seen you've got double attack against
against Luton.
Against Luton, sorry. My mind just went black there. How confident are you of Alvarez doing well? Because obviously we spoke about Alvarez being sold by a lot of managers, which was a bit of a surprise when he's got Luton up next. What do you think of that one?
Yeah, I think that's because of the minutes he's potentially going to play. I mean, he's not probably going to play 90 minutes due to the gap in the game weeks as expected, but I still think he's still a good pick to hold on to, because obviously if we look at the fixtures, he has 2 good fixtures, which is Luton and Crystal Palace at home before he has his blank in 18. But even with his blank that Alvarez has, even after that, Everton away 19, it might be a tricky fixture, but then he got Sheffield United at home after that, and that's 2 other good fixtures I'd like to keep him for, which it's left me tempted to keep Alvarez, even with the blank in mind. But yeah, I wouldn't be getting rid of him, even for these 2 game weeks, which before the blank, I still would keep him now, because if he does manage to get a goal against Luton, which is quite possible, I expect that to be high scoring, like it was with Arsenal. And there's a lot of goal scorers, I think, involved in that, and maybe Alvarez is a part of that.
Yeah, I think Alvarez is still a good pick for the next 2. Definitely, I wouldn't want to sell him, which a lot of managers have been doing. But yeah, I think against Luton, just keep him, guys. He could have the potential to get a goal in that match. Partey, start Luca Dean or Gabriel. Obviously, they're playing against each other.
Well, I'm most likely to see a clean sheet for Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, then again, Luca Dean could potentially get you an assist, but even though he hasn't got one in recent weeks, I still would probably play Gabriel because I just trust the Arsenal defense a bit more than Villa's. But I don't see a clean sheet in this match for either team. So yeah, I'll probably still play Gabriel though. Also, I've just checked actually on YouTube, and we're on 997 subscribers. So we're 3 away from 1,000 subscribers. So if you can share this video, guys, on your socials and get us to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the stream, that would be immense. SJ, already done my free transfer, bought in Kulusevski for Mbermo. What do you make of a Kulusevski transfer, Jordan?
I like it. It's different. I like because obviously Son's the main man, but Kulusevski could be one that grows into that obviously that position where we saw him more popular, I think, when Harry Kane was there, because he linked up pretty well with him.
Yeah.
But we could see obviously where Kulusevski links up well with Son up front. And he did come with a 12-pointer in that Man City game in 14. And yeah, I mean, his ownership is very low, 2.6%. So he's a nice differential. He's had 4 goals so far this season and 1 assist. Probably not the most consistent player to bring in, but you never know with Newcastle. I mean, you've seen their away form; it's pretty poor. So it does provide a player like Kulusevski to get in the action and maybe get an attack in return.
Yeah, I think Kulusevski is an interesting one because he does pop up with the odd haul here and there. So hopefully it does work out for you. looking at Spurs' fixtures, they're not too bad. Now, Spurs have been pretty poor in their last, no wins in their last 5 after being top. Newcastle will be quite tough, but then Forest, Everton, Brighton, Bournemouth, not too bad. And obviously, Son going away to Asia Cup could be a nice little time for Kulusevski to step up. Mbermo to Gordon or Ariola to Dubravka. My second goalkeeper is Ortega.
Ortega. That's the Man City.
Yeah, the Man City backup goalie.
Interesting choice of goalkeeper.
I'd go goalkeeper, but it depends who you're going to play in midfield. Then, if you have to bench Mbermo, who does it mean that starts in your midfield or your team, I should say? So probably do the goalkeeper to get 11 playing players, but I don't know what your rest of your 11 looks like in terms of midfield and attack. If you have to play an archer or something, then it's not ideal. Roman with a comment as well. Hi lads, already made my moves this week, and Mbermo and Turner to Sterling and Sanchez. Good luck to both of you this week. Going a bit strong on Chelsea for Roman.
It could be the way to go. You might be ahead of all of us, I think, because I have no Chelsea assets in my team, and they'll be jumping on them early now. They have nice fixtures. Could work out really well for you this week, Roman.
Yeah, obviously I've had Palmer for a while, and obviously Chelsea's fixtures do sort of swing now, as we mentioned. The next 6 look very nice and appealing on paper to go for, like a Sterling with a differential. So I don't hate the Sterling pick, but I'm not brave enough to go there yet, I don't think. Maybe if I see Chelsea a couple of better performances, I could be tempted. But for now, I'm quite happy with the Palmer pick. But yeah, hope it works out for you, Roman, and hopefully all of you guys, do get that green arrow that that we've been waiting for. And hopefully it's a good game week for everyone. Is there any team news we should be aware of, really? Obviously, Liverpool Palace is the early kickoff. I've seen that Konate won't start. Not that he's FPL important, because no one really has him, but Kwanzaa is going to start for Liverpool in centre back, the 20-year-old centre back. So, a bit of news.
Nice.
Simicast should start as well, which is good for both of us. David with a comment: Sterling is a troll.
He can be. But he's a hot and cold player. Like I mentioned in the last stream, he's not a consistent type of player. He does pop up, getting hauls every now and then. So, when I would bring Sterling in, I would bring Sterling in when he has Sheffield United at home. I think that's one of those fixtures where he could obviously do well in as a potential double haul.
And Patrick also mentions was thinking about Chelsea defenders for the good run ahead. Yeah, I don't hate bringing in a Chelsea defender like a Sanchez or a Cole at his price. I probably will do it myself, just not this week, because I don't have the transfers. If you do have the transfers and the luxury of bringing in a Cole, I don't hate that move. I still prefer Porro, I think, as a defender to bring in, just because of the attack and return and that threat that going forward. Jordan, also, we've got to do the 10% under 10% own team today, because David, thank you for reminding us, because we always do forget. I don't know if you did it last deadline stream when you did the stream.
No, I actually did not do it last stream.
Yeah, so we've missed out. We've burned like 2 transfers probably at this stage.
But yeah, I will bring that up.
If you get up on like a second screen, we'll switch to that screen on another tab. SJ as well with a comment: advanced wishes for 1,000 subs. Yeah, I mean, we are now very close to 1,000. I'm hoping we can hit it while we're live. We need 3 more guys. So share the video on your socials, like the video, and also please do subscribe if you haven't already. There's a few of you watching that aren't sub to us, and it'll be nice if we get that 1,000 on live stream today. George, Leno, Gabriel, Simicast, Udogi, Bowen, Palmer, Saka, Salah, Gordon, Darwin, Haaland. Already used my free transfer, trying to convert to 3-4-3 soon. That looks like a really good team, to be honest. I like the Simicast, and Udogi's not too bad. Bowen again, good pick this week. Palmer's in there. Saka, Salah, Gordon, obviously similar to my team in midfield. And Darwin, I think, is still a good pick. I know Darwin's close to a price drop. I think he might drop in price tonight, which a lot of people have sold him after his benching, but I'd be holding on to Darwin definitely against Palace. Palace have a lot of injuries. You know, Eze, Doucouré is a big miss as well. I think there's another couple of players as well that are missing. So yeah, Palace could struggle.
Yeah, the most recent one, Mitchell, is now out as well, so he's not gonna play. I think literally Crystal Palace are in trouble at the moment. They're running out of players. They're running out of players for the starting 11.
Yeah, I think Palace could be the one to not target, but I wouldn't want to sell a player like Darwin before he plays Palace, to be honest. Okay, Jordan, let's do that community draft. Is that the draft?
Yes. Yeah, that is the draft. You'll be very surprised. We done really well last week, so we didn't make a transfer.
Wow, I see. That's mad. We did pretty decent then. What's the rank though on the overall rank on the?
It's 1.8 million now. So I think it was 2.6 million last game week. So we've had a massive jump of 800,000.
Yeah. Obviously, Huang, we've got him in there. Let's do some transfers. I think Gross has to come into this team.
Yeah, definitely. I think Gross is definitely one to look for this week
as a differential.
Yeah, I think Gibbs White or potentially Diaby can be removed.
Yeah, Diaby for I like Bailey against Arsenal. If we're going again another Aston Villa player, I want to be different.
But yes, we've got plenty of money, which is a luxury for this in the bank.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, Pascal Gross.
Yeah, we've got to get Diaby out, says David.
Yeah, Diaby.
There's a couple of comments. I'll let you do that. I'm going to check Lascelles. I mean, as far as I'm aware, Lascelles should be fine.
Yeah. Well, actually, just check on the news for Lascelles.
Because I think Eddie Howe did actually say something in his press conference regarding Lascelles. Just trying to remember.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to find what he actually said exactly. He said, I don't think it's a serious one. It's a dead leg. So.
Yeah, that's what it. Because he says, I think he's got a couple of knocks in the game, but he don't know of any permanent problem. So.
Yeah, Lascelles will be fine, SJ. So just play him if you've got him. Would you play Solanke or Gordon? Or Solanke plays Man United, I believe, and then Gordon's got Spurs. I'd play both and play 3 defenders. Sorry to not answer your question fully, but yeah, I think you have to play both because Solanke against Man United could be decent as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we do have a transfer, guys. If you want to delegate in the chat who you want to bring in for Diaby, as we've already brought in Pascal Gross for Gibbs White.
Yeah, Pascal Gross has come in. McTominay, says Patrick.
Yes, the McTominay.
We've got 14 million in the bank. That is crazy.
Yeah, I'd love to have 14 million spare in the bank on my other team.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I don't know about Man United players, you know, but we could go there because McTominay's on a bit of a scoring streak, or Garnacho. I don't know, it's your call. Let us help us out in the chat, guys. Who do we bring in at the differential? Someone under 10% owned for this community draft that we have. Our rank is currently 1.8 million, I think, as well. So I want to get in a big hitter. I want to get in Sterling. What's Sterling's ownership? Because I want to get in someone and use the budget up rather than going like a cheap player. If we get Sterling up under 10% with the fixtures coming up,
he's over 10.
He's over 10%. Sterling would have been the one for me with the fixtures coming up. Maybe a Chelsea player because we don't have any Chelsea players in this team.
Yeah, that's true. Just to answer the question in the chat about Martinelli's ownership, he is under 10%. He's 6.8.
We could go for Martinelli, but David. Oh, Foden. I think it could be worth bringing in Foden actually, because as SJ points out, even though he blanks, he's got Luton and Palace next. Same as what we said about Alvarez. I actually think Foden's the one, high upside Man City asset that we don't have. Or we got Alvarez, but I think chasing Foden could be decent. Tavernier as well, says Harry.
Foden's over there, 10%. Is he direction at the community draft or your team has?
Community draft.
Ah,
Yeah, not for my team. Not for my team.
Yeah. But he's over 10% ownership. So.
What about Bailey? Because I mentioned Bailey. Foden's over 10%, guys.
Yeah, he's over 10%. He's 11% ownership. Bailey, on the other hand, is, I'm sure he's under. Yeah, he's 1.5.
Bailey's 1.5% differential. He's got Arsenal. Yeah. It's a tougher fixture, but I was impressed with how he played.
But yeah, we'll probably go for the one that is talked about most in the chat in regards to that replacement.
Yeah, drop a comments in, guys. Bailey or who's the other option?
Bailey or Martinelli or
McTominay.
McTominay.
Gabby Jesus could be good. Yeah, I agree with this one.
Or for João Pedro. Yeah, it's another one that could be one that gets removed. Let me just check.
Hi, guys. Any news on Areola? I'm just going to check for you, but as far as I'm aware, there's been no news on Areola. Like, we don't actually know if he's going to be fit. So I would probably get rid of Areola, honestly, because I'll be just too worried that he won't play if I had him.
Yeah. The only thing we know about Areola is...
what's Moyes said about Areola?
Moyes says he's not quite sure yet. He just got a little bit of ligament damage in his wrist, so we're not quite sure if he's ready. We thought he would be ready for the Spurs game, which was obviously the last one they played. But they says we'll find out. Dave Moyes, that was what Dave Moyes said when we can expect to see Areola again. So I'll say he's a concern, Areola, for this week. I wouldn't risk playing him.
Yeah, so a lot of people have to take a -4 to get him out, which is the case because most people have Areola and Turner, both non-playing goalkeepers if Areola is injured. So if you want to take a -4 for Dubravka, I'm not against it, guys, for Areola and benching Areola and taking out Turner, for example. What about Doku or Grealish? Yeah, not a bad shout. But I would go Bailey. I think just a better differential, more exciting, less owned. And that's the whole point, I guess, to go for an exciting pick. Until KDB comes back, Foden will be playing more minutes. It's the end. It's Guardiola. In the end, it's Guardiola. Anything could happen. Would you take -4 to get a keeper if you had Areola and Turner? Probably. I probably would, if I'm being honest. I probably would. So you get rid of Diaby. Would you be able to get any of Villa back in for when the fixtures basically turn after Arsenal? Yeah, we could bring back. Could bring Diaby back, but again, Diaby, we don't know how much longer he's going to start for.
Yeah, because Bailey could easily take his place the way he's playing compared to Diaby. Bailey's playing much better.
David also says Szoboszlai. Yeah, Liverpool are playing Palace literally lunchtime kickoff, so Szoboszlai is an interesting pick. I don't hate that move as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of different picks. Very good different picks in the chat.
You can't get Szoboszlai anyway because we've got triple Liverpool.
Oh yeah, Darwin, Tsimikas, and Trent.
When KDB comes back, he's got to go straight in. Yeah, when he's back. Don't know how far KDB is from coming back, to be fair. Like, he's been out since start of the season. So don't know what the situation is there with KDB. Already used my free transfer. Take out Ariella for a -4. Already have 3 Newcastle. So Dubravka isn't an option. Second goalkeeper is Turner. You could go for Sanchez at Chelsea. Robert Sanchez.
Yeah, Robert Sanchez. He's probably the next best with the fixture wise. Next best goalkeeper to target, I think. Yeah, definitely for the Sheffield United or home fixture as well. Surely there's a clean sheet there, Chelsea.
Yeah, possibly. So who are we going for then? Are we doing DRB in? But DRB's got Arsenal, so
yeah, it's not the best fixture to bring.
It's not the best fixture to bring him in for.
Yeah.
Kudus.
Oh,
double up with West Ham.
Yeah. Well, we could do perhaps a poll to see which one gets the most votes.
Yeah, I can do a poll. Who's the options? I'll do a poll. So give me the options.
So there's McTominay.
Hold on, let me just type this up. All right, McTominay. Martinelli.
And
Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey.
And
Szoboszlai.
We can't. We've got triple Liverpool.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, triple Liverpool. No, we've got Gross. I think that's it.
And let's just do Doku, even though he's a rotation risk. There you go, guys. It's in the poll. It's in the chat. I'll stop the votes soon, so do get voting. Who should we bring in for the community draft? It's on the poll now. Foden is over 10%, SJ.
Yeah. He is 11.4.
I have Areola and Turner. Should I transfer one goalkeeper from one free transfer? Yes, I think you should, Vabav. I would be doing Turner to Dubravka if it was up to me. Still think Dubravka's a good pick longer term, especially with we know what's his name, Pope, being injured for quite some time now. I do think it's worth bringing in Dubravka.
Yeah, because I think Pope is out for 4 months.
Yeah,
it's
going to require surgery.
Yeah, because his relapse of his last time he dislocated his shoulder, and yeah, once you've done it, you're more prone to doing it again. So it's just unfortunate for Nick Pope at this point where Newcastle have a lot of injuries stacking up as well.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, I think Dubravka is a bit of a no-brainer really at that price point, and hopefully, and if in the case Newcastle do sign a goalkeeper, you've got Areola when he returns from his injury on the bench. Who is the best Man City attacker besides Haaland, Alvarez, Foden?
I'd probably say Doku.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he's like the most, I'd say, promising attacker. He does manage to get himself really deep in opposition's boxes.
Yeah, I'd probably say Doku. But again, I'd be worried about how much minutes he's going to get. Obviously, rotation risk as well. So I'm not too sure really. Patrick says Watkins. I don't know what that is in relation to. Also, looking at the poll on the McTominay's got 56% votes, so probably McTominay.
Wow, I never thought. Yeah. Okay.
Has Bournemouth as well, to be fair. So it's a good fixture for McTominay. Yeah, it looks like McTominay is the one, Jordan.
Okay, I'll put him in.
Also, guys, do consider liking the stream if you haven't already. There's only 8 likes on this video. All of you, if you are watching, please do smash the like button, and also please subscribe to the channel as well. Darwin to Isaac. If he blanks again, yeah, possibly. If Isaac's still under 10%, I'm not sure if he is. Start Odegaard or Gordon. Probably Odegaard.
I'll probably start Gordon.
Yes. Yeah, probably actually. What am I saying? Probably actually. Because obviously I just realised Odegaard's got Aston Villa. So I don't know. That's a tough one. Probably Gordon then. But I wouldn't be wanting to bench Odegaard as well. I'd probably sell Odegaard then at this rate if you're not willing to start him. McTominay, no way, says SJ.
I know.
Well, yeah, that's what the chat's voted for. That's what you guys have voted for. I'm just seeing now the votes. McTominay's 50%, Martinelli's 40%, Bailey's 10%, and no one's voted for Doku. So, yeah, it's got to be McTominay, guys.
No love for Doku.
Nah, none for Doku. Can you guys take a look at my team? Yeah, sure, we can. Just tweet us, FPL Duo, or the FPL Duo on X, Twitter. I transferred in Saka in place of Martinelli last game week, and then he scored.
Oh yes, yeah. I said did. Yeah, you scored against Luton. That is annoying.
Yeah. So that's why I said I would never do those transfers, like sideways transfers. I did say a couple of times last game week, I wouldn't do Martinelli for Saka because I just think Martinelli could get goals.
Right, you still got the assist though, Saka.
Yeah. I'm bringing in Maguire, says Hamza, as a differential. Need to gain rank in my mini league. Bullet header incoming v Bournemouth. Hopefully for you, Hamza, you can get that Maguire return. We got to do score predictions as well soon, don't we?
Yes. And yeah, that is not. Yeah, that is very true. He is Man United's best player. Well, he's Man United's also his highest goal scorer of the season with 5. There's only Bruno who's got 3 that's behind him.
Yeah, that's mad that McTominay's United's top scorer. Like, yeah, that you're you're in trouble when McTominay's your highest scorer. If we're being honest.
Yeah, McTominay and Maguire probably been the best players in the last 2 game weeks that I've seen in Man United, which I've never guessed at the start of the season. I'd be saying those 2 would be the best to go for this season.
Yeah, Garnacho obviously a decent pick for Man United. Seems like he's getting a nod ahead of Rashford at the moment as well. So, yeah, okay, I'll let you confirm the transfer. Let's quickly get this confirmed, and then we'll move on to like doing some score predictions, etc.
So yeah, guys, you've got Gibbs White out, DRB out for Gross, McTominay for 2 free transfers. Confirmed.
Brilliant.
So we'll just, I don't know, probably bench Chowbedro.
Also, comment here from Mr. Hamster 1991. Douglas Luiz for DRB when the Villa fixture turn around. Yeah, I think Douglas Luiz is definitely a good option. I didn't think he was at the start of the season, but from what I've seen, obviously he's on penalties as well. Definitely, I think he's a good option at his price. Very good value for money. So yeah, I do like Douglas Luiz.
Tom's captain.
Yeah, I don't mind Darwin. Huang could be decent as well against Forest. Alvarez as well could be decent against Luton. So decent. There's a couple of captain options you can go for there.
Yeah, that's
Gross even could be decent.
Yeah, let's go with Gross. Captain, why not? Let's go a bit different.
Yeah, no one's even got Gross, so yeah, probably go Gross.
That'll be the best one to go for differential wise.
Okay, that's fine. We'll switch back over to your team. Just a comment for you as well, or question for both of us. Who are you not afraid of owning this week? One player that you don't have that you're afraid of.
Well, I've got 5 of them, but I'll name Watkins as the
Watkins.
Yeah,
against Arsenal.
Yeah.
Okay, you've gone Watkins. I'm just trying to think. I'll go with I'll go with Trippier against Spurs, because even though he wasn't great last week, he's always that one player, or even Trent. But obviously, Trent not as highly owned, so I'll say Trippier because obviously he's nearly 50% ownership.
Yeah, I've got literally 5 threats. What I did have last game week, and they all blanked, luckily. But this week, I am afraid of 5 players. But Watkins being the most because he's the biggest threat of them all.
Yeah, and score predictions time, I think. So I'll just share my screen of the fixtures. So yeah, let's get into it. There is 6 games on today, so a lot of football to watch. First up is Palace at home to Liverpool. Definitely be watching this one. Kick off in about an hour or so, or 2 hours. How do you see this one going, Jordan? Palace at home to Liverpool. If Liverpool can go top of the league with a win.
Well, I think they will get the 3 points from Crystal Palace. I think Edouard is the only reliable option that Crystal Palace have up front now. So, yeah, I do see Liverpool win being away, and Crystal Palace, I think, will struggle. So I'm going to go with. I don't even see Crystal Palace scoring now. I'm just going to go with 2-0 Liverpool. I don't think there'll be a goal for Palace.
I was actually going to say the same score. I was going to go 2-0, 2-0 as well for Liverpool, and I think it'll be a tight game. I think Liverpool will. I don't think Liverpool will find it easy. I think it will be one of those games where Liverpool might have to score quite late on and get the win. So, yeah, I just think early kickoff, something about them with Liverpool, I'm just not as confident in. But I'll go with a 2-0 away win for Liverpool, and to temporarily potentially go top of the league until Arsenal do play later on, and that big clash we'll come on to. Brighton at home to Burnley. How do you see this one going? Obviously, you're a Mitoma owner. Gross is our captain on our community draft. Do you see Brighton winning this one?
Yeah, I do. I think Burnley will obviously hold the line, park the bus, hold off Brighton, and play the counter. But yeah, I do see a Brighton win at home. Looks very strong with the fans behind them. I'm gonna predict go with 3-1 because Brighton have conceded this season so far. So I do expect Burnley to score at least 1 goal against them.
Yeah, I don't see a Brighton clean sheet, but I do expect a Brighton win. I'll go with a 2-1 Brighton. Maybe Mitoma or someone like that, or a Gross, who knows, to get on the score sheet. So yeah, I'll back a 2-1 Brighton win. We'll take a few comments. Do you think Man United will finish top 4? I mean, we're coming on to Man United's game, but I don't, Levi J. I don't think Man United will get top 4. I just think they're way off it. But you never know. I've seen stranger things happen, but not at the moment. I think 5th or 6th is more likely for Man United. What about you, Jordan?
Well, I think somehow, even though I don't believe where they are at the moment should be where they should be in the table, I think they will finish in the top 4 somehow this season. Not convincingly finish in the top 4, but I think they still will pull it off.
Okay. Who's going to drop out though? Obviously, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City. You think are certain, and then you've got likes of Aston Villa, who look very good. You've got Newcastle as well, who I think will probably finish above Man United. So, yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah, I honestly don't see it, but I think somehow Manchester United are going to finish in top 4 this season. Somehow. I just think other teams like Newcastle might flake off from having so many injuries that might backlog them to going into the top 4 due to that. Aston Villa, that's a 50-50 on what happens to them. But yeah, I somehow see Man United finishing in top 4, unconvincingly, of course.
Okay, and then comment here from Gino. Hello, I have triple City already. Would you recommend me Captain Haaland 2 or Salah v Palace? I mean, captain who you think is going to score more goals, Gino? If you think that's Haaland against Luton, then I would stick with Haaland, because I do think Haaland's a better pick for captaincy this week over a Mo Salah. So I've gone Haaland captain this week. And yeah, going on to Sheffield next. We've got Sheffield. Sorry, no, Man United score prediction. We haven't done the predictions for Man United. Do you think Man United win against Bournemouth at home?
Yeah, there's not much better. I think Rashford benching has definitely done something to the team where it looks more convincingly where they're playing. But yeah, I do see a win at Old Trafford for Man United. Hopefully it's a nice win for them. I'm going to predict, go with 2-1 Man United, I think.
Yeah, I'll back the same. I think 2-1 Man United. I think Bournemouth could give them a little scare, but I think Man United will just about get the job done 2-1 as well. Next up with Sheffield and Brentford. Obviously, we know Mbomo is out for this one. What's the score predictions for that?
Yeah, gonna be. I think still Brentford, even though they haven't got Mbomo on their side. I think they'll still win against Sheffield United away. So I'm gonna go with 2-1 again. I think Brentford get the win away.
You're going for 2-1 Brentford, you're saying?
Yeah, and hopefully Wissa is part of the 2 goals.
Roman saying, all I'm asking for today is Man United 3 points and Højlund to finally score in the Premier League because it's getting silly now. Yeah, obviously Højlund still no goal in the Premier League. David, 8-0 to Brighton, 4 each for Mitoma and Gross. Calvin also in the chat. Morning all. Yeah, morning to you, Calvin.
Morning,
Hope you're well.
Calvin.
David, 3-0 to Man United, McTominay hat-trick. Oh, I mean, that would be mad, but I don't see that happening.
I don't know what I'd do with myself if I saw 3-0 coming from McTominay.
Yeah, hat-trick. McTominay's on been a bit of form, but yeah, we'll see. I think it's a tough game for Man United against Bournemouth, if I'm being honest. I don't expect an easy game there. And Spaghetti and Beans, I have no starting goalkeeper. I'm playing Zuma. I'm still rolling in transfer. Do a transfer, Spaghetti and Beans. You're not in a position to roll, in my opinion. But yeah, Jordan, Wolves next up against Nottingham Forest. How do you see this one going? Was Hwang is one of your picks?
Yeah, Hwang is definitely one of my picks for this. I'm pretty confident of Wolves winning this game because Nottingham Forest have looked really bad in the last 2 game weeks, especially losing to Fulham 5-0. So I don't see much coming from this game for them. I'm going to predict a Wolves win, and I'm going with 3-0 Wolves. I could see another defeat for Nottingham Forest, and probably one that's going to be very costly again.
Okay. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Wolves. I think Nottingham Forest will score, and it'll be a bit of a tight game. So yeah, I'll back the 2-1 win for Wolves there. And finally, probably the fixture of the day. I think it is the fixture of probably the fixture of the game week, possibly. So Aston Villa at home to Arsenal. We know Aston Villa are on brilliant form at home. Obviously, Unai Emery doing a brilliant job. We know Arsenal at the top of the table currently as it stands, so they'll want to win. It's a big clash, and 2 teams in the top 4. How do you see this one going? Obviously, Aston Villa are currently 3rd as well. They're above Man City in the table.
Yeah, they're doing really well this season. Aston Villa breaking into that top 3. It is a home fixture for Aston Villa. Can't ignore that. I do see goals from both sides. It should be end to end. I actually do see a draw in this. I'm going to go with 2-2, I think.
Ooh, that's literally the same score I was going to say. Literally, I had 2-2 in my mind. I think it will be a draw. Yeah, I just see Aston Villa getting something again against Arsenal. I think Arsenal obviously got that win, the late winner against Luton. That will give them confidence to go to the end. But I'm going to back Aston Villa to get something. So, and Unai Emery to take some points off his old team. So I'm going to go 2-2 for this fixture, and it's going to be a cracker. Definitely going to watch it. And finally, let's move on to Sunday's fixtures. There is 4 fixtures on Sunday. So first up, 2 p.m. kickoff. We've got Everton at home to Chelsea.
Yes, this one could be interesting watch. Because Everton look really good at home in the last coming games, especially with that 10-point deduction. It seems to have boosted their morale and their play effort in games. I do think Everton could potentially win or get something out of this game against Chelsea. And I'm going to go with 2-0 Everton. I honestly see a clean sheet for them. Hopefully it is because I've got Brandthwaite as well.
I mean, I'm going to back an Everton win as well here, actually. So I don't think it'll be a clean sheet for Everton. I'm going to go 2-1 Everton win. I just think Everton have been pretty good at home. And yeah, I don't still completely trust Chelsea. So 2-1, hopefully Palmer to get the goal as well in that fixture. Fulham at home to West Ham. Next up, Bowen. A lot of people have him as well. How do you see Fulham v West Ham going?
Yeah, should be an interesting one. Fulham scored 5 against Nottingham Forest, but I don't think it'll be the same thing against West Ham. I think that'll be pretty much a grinding kind of a game. I don't expect many goals in it. But yeah, I'm probably going to say Probably say another draw again. I'm going to go 1-1, I think.
Well, you're getting all the same scores as me. I was going to go 1-1 as well again. So yeah, I agree with you there. 1-1 is exactly what I was going to say. I think a 1-1 draw. Bowen maybe to get on the score sheet, and yeah, I think Fulham could get a point definitely at home. Yeah, so I think it'll be a draw. Some comments before we move on to the next fixture. Would you start Souček or Palmer? I'll be starting Palmer. McTominay has the same amount of goals as Saka. Roman just pointed out, which again, that's a surprise. Not long left, sorry, until the deadline. Any last minute transfer shock from you, Jordan, or keeping it cool?
No, not this week, David. I'm keeping it cool this week. Locking it in. My team's already locked in with rolling the transfer over. So yeah, I'm sorry, David, for no live transfer this game week, but yeah, I'm just rolling the transfer over.
Pedro or Cunha? I think that means João Pedro. So I would go with Cunha because I don't trust João Pedro's minutes long term.
Oh yeah, definitely Cunha.
Moving on then to Luton at home to Man City. Man City haven't won in their last 4 matches, so no wins in 4. Not happened since 2017. Do you see Man City bouncing back or a shock result on the cards for Luton?
No, I think they should bounce back. I'll be very surprised if they manage to not get a win against Luton. I mean, it almost didn't see it against Arsenal, which was a shock, but this is Man City. So I'm going to say Man City win this game, but Luton, I don't see Luton not scoring. I do see them scoring some goals, if not one, against Man City and wiping a clean sheet. So I'm going to go with 4-2 Man City. Make it interesting.
Oh, big score. I'm going to go something similar. I think Luton will score, but I think Man City will have too much for them, and will wanting to be, bouncing back basically after that couple of bad results. So I'm going to go 3-1 Man City away win. And then finally, to complete the fixtures, the set of fixtures this game week in game week 16, it is Spurs at home to Newcastle. Again, another big game. Do you see this one being another great game with goals in it, or how do you see this one going?
Oh, yeah, I mean, Newcastle's away. We've spoken about it a lot. It's not great, especially after the Everton game when they're losing 3-0. Just showed how bad it is. To the Spurs, though, I do see them potentially winning this game. They have a good chance to. The way Newcastle play away, I think this should be in Spurs' hands at home. I'm going to predict. I'm going to go 3-1, I think, Spurs.
3-1 Spurs. Okay, interesting. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I think it'll be goals. I don't see a clean sheet here for anyone. And I don't see a win for anyone either. So I'll back a high scoring draw, 2-2. And I think it'll be a good game to watch, definitely, as a neutral. David says Luton win today and City will go into complete meltdown. I agree. I mean, Man City have to win, and I think they will. I don't see Luton winning, and I don't see Man City going a 5th game now without a win. I just think that would be the title done for me if they don't win today. But I don't see that happening. But yeah.
Well, if Luton win today, I think they will go in a complete meltdown.
Yeah, the other way. Yeah, I'll be mad if Luton did get something. But yeah, I just can't see it. But you never know. Luton have picked up a draw against Liverpool as well, didn't they, at home not too long ago? And then they almost got another draw against Arsenal. So they have shown that they can mix it with the big team. So we will see. And I think that's it, guys, in terms of still a minute left to go to the deadline. So get those teams locked in. I think you've got a couple seconds before the deadline actually ends. About 10 seconds. Yeah. So I'm just looking at my team. Is it fine? And Salah, Vice, Haaland, Cap. Yeah, I'm happy with the team.
Yep.
It's all locked in. And that is the deadline, 11 o'clock, guys. So I hope you've done your moves. Yeah, that's it. Deadline's up. Hopefully you've done your moves. Just to switch it back over to my screen. This is what my team looks like. My final team that's locked in. Areola, Livramento, Gabriel, Tsimikas. At the back line, in midfield, I've got Gordon, Son, Palmer, Saka, Salah. Up front, Watkins, Haaland, Cap. And yes, I think Simicast should be starting Mr. Hamster.
Yeah, he was rested fully last game week, so he should be ready to start this week.
Yeah. And then same with your team. Obviously, it's in your screen. Just read it out one last time before we do wrap it up.
Yep, we got Leno in goal. Back three of Simicast, Brantford, Trippier. Midfield four, Salah, Matoma, Saka, and Hwang. And the front three forwards, Wissa, Alvarez, and Haaland. And captaincy is on Haaland this week, and the vice is on Salah, with Areola, Taylor, Lucadine, and Bremo on the bench.
Brilliant. And Roman says, good luck this week. Yeah, good luck to everyone that is tuned in. Thank you guys for watching. We didn't quite hit 1,000 subscribers, so hopefully we do hit it tomorrow in the Knee Jerk stream. So make sure you do tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK time while we react to all the madness from Game Week 16. So make sure you tune in for that and see how we done. And also, we can see how you guys done as well. So again, deadline stream's over. We're back as well tomorrow for the Knee Jerk stream. So a lot of content to come. If you have enjoyed this video, smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell as well. And yeah, see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. to react to Game Week 16. Anything else you want to add, Jordan, before we wrap it up?
Yeah, thank you for watching throughout this deadline stream. And yeah, good luck this week. And hopefully it is a more promising week for you guys compared to last game week. But until then, take care. We'll see how you will do, obviously, tomorrow in the knee-jerk reaction. So until then, take care and enjoy the football.